As of right now, both Disney and Lucasfilm are very much busy and focused on the future of the Star Wars franchise, such as their new Star Wars TV series, their new Star Wars films, and just their new universe in general. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about the future of Star Wars is, of course, that Kathleen Kennedy is no longer in the picture as far as making creative choices for these new Star Wars projects that are currently in the early development phase, which honestly is a great sign. It really is a light at the end of the tunnel that really does tell us, the fans, that at the very least, whether or not Disney and Lucasfilm is doing this out of desperation or just out of great generosity toward the fans, nonetheless, it is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to give us authentic Star Wars projects to come on Disney Plus and in theaters throughout this entire decade. So that I'm looking forward to. The other thing is that we also know that they are including George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau into the mix for all of these brand new projects to have some form of creative control over Kathleen Kennedy for everything that's being developed as we speak for Disney Plus and the Star Wars movies to come in the near future. So everything related to Star Wars X, this is a very big project by Disney and Lucasfilm. It's going to be the first film of the new Star Wars trilogy that's going to give us a brand new era. It's going to give us a brand new war. It's actually going to give us a different side of the Jedi and more. It's going to be quite a ride to see exactly how this all develops throughout the decade. So now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are also focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, such as their first film of the new trilogy dubbed as Star Wars X, which implies Star Wars Episode 10. Now, it's noted that not only do they have big plans, of course, for their new Disney Plus TV series by Disney and Lucasfilm, but also for Star Wars X is to actually get actors like Keanu Reeves, Jennifer Connelly, Anthony Hopkins, and others on board for this new Star Wars film, and that not just that, Lucasfilm is currently developing the core of the story for this new Star Wars film that will debut in the near future, where it's noted that Lucasfilm plans to explore a brand new realm that was created by the Wills in the new Star Wars universe that will be similar to the realm of Mortis from the Clone Wars, with their own take on the father, the son, and the daughter many years before the prequel trilogy era, and that they are looking to creating new anti-heroes for the new Star Wars film that will be a different group of characters that will serve as the embodiment of the light side, dark side, and the beyond, which is going to be a new source of power in the Star Wars galaxy in Star Wars X that was supposed to be featured in The Rise of Skywalker. The Beyond is said to be the location of the origins of the dark side, and that is actually said to be far stronger than the light and the dark, and that Disney wants to explore that side of the story. Not just that, but they are also going to introduce Sith gods into the picture for Star Wars X that will be a part of the Sith realm, also known as the spiritual realm, that will explore different Sith spirits in this new Star Wars movie, and that many of this will be handled by George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau for the new Star Wars film, while working with the main writers of the movie on the side, as they make creative choices to kickstart this new mythology. So, Bob Iger, we do know that he talked about this very briefly at the premiere for Episode 9, that they are currently working very hard on the new Star Wars franchise, or the new universe, I should say, that's really going to have a different feel. It's going to have a different tone. When you look at the sequel trilogy, and you look at the prequels and the originals, what do you notice? You notice that the tone of those movies are very different, the overall feel of those trilogies. That's exactly what they're going to be doing with this new Star Wars trilogy. It's going to have a different tone overall, once more for, of course, the Star Wars franchise. Now, the thing that really does mind-boggle me here is the fact that they're going to introduce a power that is going to be stronger than both the dark and the light. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but this was an original idea by J.J. Abrams that was going to be released in The Rise of Skywalker's story, and that did not make the official cut of the film. The Beyond was actually said to be a Force Nexus, if you will, that was going to be placed just near the world of Exegol over in the Unknown Regions. And what do you know? The Unknown Regions will play a massive role in Star Wars X, as we went over a couple of weeks ago. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. The Unknown Regions is a region in the galaxy that is very dangerous, it's very mysterious, and it really does hold a lot of secrets to the Force that Disney and Lucasfilm really want to explore. So, not just that, the fact that they are also looking into introducing Sith gods into the mix and exploring a brand new realm that is going to have the I guess you could say, a parallel of the father, the son, and the daughter from the Clone Wars, where they're the embodiment of the dark and the light, etc. They're going to be doing something like that, but different in this new Star Wars universe, in this new Star Wars film, if you will, that's actually going to kickstart the new Star Wars trilogy in the near future. The last thing I just want to say here is that when you look at Star Wars X, right, this movie does have a lot of potential because of the types of actors and actresses that they're trying to get on board for the new Star Wars movie. And not just that, they're trying to make this by far the darkest Star Wars film there is out of all the Star Wars movies to date. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.